Hi friends, we're here with a big cluster of concealers, and what I'm hoping to do is go through them and sort out what are my summer shades that I don't want to keep at hand, that want to be stored for a little while, and concealers that I no longer want for one reason or another. So let me get these organized a little bit and we'll get swatching. Okay, what I want to do is go through the ones that I don't want first, and I kind of want to go through them quickly because obviously I know I'm not going to keep them, but I do want to swatch things for you so you have a reference. And what I'm going to do is start with my benchmark because I know that this is my best winter match, the Armani Luminous Silk in shade 6. Can you see that? Shade 6. I love this concealer, and it's a great concealer to match everything else up against. So there's that. I have a rock on the side here so things don't roll away. Okay, so this is Milk Makeup, shade 16 Olive. I am not sure what happened here, if I just didn't analyze the photos well enough or if they really got the shade crazy. I'm not sure, but it's very dark and I remember not enjoying the formula at all. So that's gonna go. Jouer. This is in the shade Honey. It's the Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer. And I know people have had a lot of luck with this. It is definitely very high coverage, but it was too high for me. Didn't really set very well on my skin. And I never reach for it. And it's just old now. So I don't want to risk putting that under my eyes. Bobbi Brown. I think I got this as a gift with purchase because I believe it's really, really light, even though it says natural tan. I just never pull for it. Okay, it's not as light as I thought it was, but it needs to go. I never use it. You know, I might put these all in a box for shade comparisons in case I need to pull for them at some point, but I don't want to use them. This is the Sephora Best Skin Ever. I don't know what compelled me to purchase this. I think I'm still trying to find olive shades in drugstore price points. I'm highly unsuccessful at it so far. 25.5Y. I also remember really not enjoying the way this wore. It's also really dark for the winter, so I'm gonna put that in the goodbye box. Yensa Super Serum Silk Concealer. I love alliteration, but that's a little much. Medium 2 is the shade. I remember liking this concealer, but I never pull for it. And it just seems to oxidize quite a bit. I don't know if that's anyone else's experience, but I just don't really, I don't know, I guess I just don't trust it. You know, I want things I can trust. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer Corrector. This is in the shade Medium Olive. Again, trying to find a medium olive shade or any olive shade at a drugstore price point. You know, it's not bad. Has a little bit of that yellow in there, which is helpful. But again, I don't ever reach for it, and I remember it not really sitting right on the skin. This is X1 concealer. This is definitely a summer shade. I'm running out of arm here. It's pretty old. I've had it for a while. These X1, I think that's what they're called, X1 products are made for olive skin. So they do have some options, particularly for warm olive skin. And they're kind of creamy, but a little heavy. And I, again, just don't remember enjoying the wear of it. I can see they're starting to oxidize already. Get in the sun. Come on, sun. Like around the edges where it changes color. I find it really frustrating. And then if you look all the way up and get to this one, you can see the shade is just a lot warmer, a lot more orange, peach. Okay, we're gonna clean this swatch arm up and get to the second row. Okay, we're back with a clean arm and another row of things I'm probably gonna put into the swatch box. I don't know if I'm gonna keep them. This is Fit Glow C4.5, another one. I don't know why I purchased this. I think I heard somewhere that it was a good olive shade, but oh my. I guess maybe a cool olive might really benefit from this, a medium cool olive. It has definitely more gray in it, like a muted gray olive than a neutral olive. Let me get my Armani for a benchmark. So again, the Armani Luminous Silk in shade 6. Yeah, you can see this is more just of a neutral olive. Has a little bit more yellow brown in it. This is also a little bit deeper. That doesn't match me at any season, so that's gonna go into the swatch bag. Rose Ink, this is shade LX060, which I believe is also marketed as an olive shade or maybe olive compatible. I'm gonna put that on top here. I don't know. I want to love this, but I never pull for it, and I'm never happy with the way it looks when I wear it. So Rose Ink is gonna get put to the side. Rare Beauty. This is shade 230N, and I actually think this is a really, really well done olive shade, but it's too light for me. So if you're a light olive, or even like on the lighter side of light medium, I think this could be a great match for you. It's pretty good, more of a full coverage concealer. It's just not, you can see that's Armani 6, which is my Dead of Winter shade. This is just too light. And then we have another Rare Beauty. This is the Brightener, and this product for me is like, what the heck? Like, I don't really get it. It's extremely sheer. doesn't really do anything. And it's not a perfect of enough match for me to like think of it for anything. So I don't know. What is that for? Why? Flower Beauty. M12. I also remember this being mentioned as an olive shade. I'm pretty sure this is too dark for me right now. And also I never reach for it, and also it's quite old, so I'm sure that it's expired. So I might leave that also for the swatch box. Okay, another round. Let's wipe this arm and get to the next round. Okay, Prism Leap. This is Warm 310. And I like this concealer quite a bit. Yeah, I think this is just too dark for the winter. It's quite nice in the summer. Just forget to put our 6 on first. Let's see. So this is going to go in my summer shade storage. Since we are doing Summer Suspects, I'm just going to go ahead with them because I think this is a summer shade as well. This is Charlotte Tilbury's Tan 9.5. Summer shade. This is YSL Touche Clot, and 4.5 is the shade. A lot of these are really just not olive at all. They're very peachy, which is, you know, fine for color correcting. I appreciate that, but it makes it less versatile in terms of just bringing it for travel and being able to use it, you know, all over as a foundation replacement, because it's just too peachy for the rest of my face. So I don't know, for what it's worth, it just looks more like a color corrector than a concealer, in my opinion. The Dior Forever Skin Correct 3 Warm Olive. It's, you know, a fair match, but definitely warm. And, you know, close. Maybe I could use this on my cheeks. It's not so bad. Maybe I'll try to get a little bit of use out of that this winter. We have one of the Natasha Denona's. This is YN9. And she says that her Ys, her yellow-based shades, are olive compatible. You know, I found her shades for the concealer pretty good, but I still have not figured out really how to make them look good. They look terrible on me. So I don't know, maybe I'll try to play around a little bit with them. This is YN6, so a step lighter. I don't know, I think I just need to play around with them a little bit more and figure out how or if I can make them work. So yeah, so this one 9. I probably could use it on my cheeks, but I think I'm just gonna put this one, YN6, up front in my winter drawer. Do we have room for one more on the arm here? We've got medium 4. This is Vive. I think I have another one of these somewhere. I'll have to find it. It might be a step lighter. Yeah, this is definitely the deeper one. For summer, it's a, you know, it's a warm concealer. It does okay. I struggle a little bit to make the formula work for me. It's a little thick. And I think we're just going to put that one in the summer shade box. All right, round done. Let's get this washed up and I'll be right back. Okay, I found my other shades of the Vive, the Rare Beauty, Charlotte Tilbury, and the Givenchy. So I will swatch those for you so you can see them together. So this is Tan 9 of the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Tan 9.5. Givenchy N345. And W310. The Vive Tan 1. And the Vive Medium 4. These are all pretty much summer shades. They're too deep for me currently. And here's the Armani Luminous Silk in 6 to compare. Oh, and the Rare Beauty. Uh-oh. This is 280N. And Rare Beauty 230N. Okay, another round down. These are, except for this light one by Rare Beauty, all of these are going to go into my summer shade box. Okay. I'm probably putting all of these in my shade swatching box. I don't know that I'm keeping any of these. I never use them. This is 5.5 Olive by Kosas. You know, if you're medium warm olive and you like the Kosas concealer, I'm sure it would do great for you. Here's the 6 Armani Luminous Silk again for reference. And the other Kosas is 6 Olive. I'm not sure why I never use them. They never quite look right. on my face. Ami Collet Skin Enhancing Concealer, shade Medium 2. It's darker and has more orange in it than these, which are more yellow based. That's just too dark. Maybe I'll put that in my summer box and try to use it. Lawless, full coverage. Let's see if I can see the shade. That just says olive. This is definitely not a winter shade for me. Again, I don't know, maybe I struggle with the full coverage concealers having a workable texture for me. These are kind of the opposite problem. This is Nude Sticks 5.5. It's a beautiful formula. Actually, I like it a lot. It's almost like a tinted moisturizer, but as a concealer. But it's like too little coverage. When I blend it out, it doesn't really do much of anything. This is Nude 7. So quite lovely, actually. I really like these nude sticks, but I don't know. They're too dark for right now, for sure. And certainly don't have quite the yellow content that I need. So I'm just going to put those in my summer box for now. And the Kosas is going to go in my swatch box. Okay, I think these are the last of them. And I'll try to keep you in the sunshine here so you can see the colors as good as possible. I'd love to be filming this on a really nice camera, but alas, I have a nice camera for photographs, but not for filming. So we're stuck with my iPhone, which means I try to put it in good natural lighting as much as possible. Anyway, this is 40, the Sublimage Le Correcteur by Chanel, and it is definitely just a corrector shade for me. It doesn't have enough yellow to be, you know, fully functioning concealer, but it does have a nice sort of thick eye cream consistency. A little goes a long way, and I am going to try to put that to good use for this winter because I want to get my money's worth. That is a pricey little pea. Again, we'll do the Luminous Silk for reference. So you can already see that this is much peachier, which, you know, it's fine in areas of discoloration and on the cheeks, so works okay. Classic NARS, medium 3. This is Praline. This is one of their olive shades, and in my opinion, one of their olive claiming shades that actually does work pretty well on olive, but it is, as you can see, a little bit deeper for the season. I think it's going to go in my summer box. Yeah. I like ginger for the winter. It works better for me. Okay, I have two little Hourglass minis. I bought these for travel, and help me. These Hourglass Vanish concealers are so frustrating. I feel like I never have the right shade, and I feel like when I put them on, they're so bad looking. They just look crepey, they dry out. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have the hang of it. This one is Beach. This one is Sepia. I want to love it because it's creamy and, you know, it just seems to be quite elegant, and I love the little mini travel size. It's just so handy. And I don't know. I guess this one is the closest. Which one is that again? Beach is the closest, like, depth and tone to Armani 6. This clearly is too light, but I suppose I could keep it around as a brightener or a mixing shade. Sigh. Right, I'm gonna try to keep those in my winter rotation and show them some love. This is the new Victoria Beckham concealer, which I quite like, but this is definitely my summer shade. And I don't know, I think this has, not only is it an absurd price for an absurdly tiny amount of product in an annoying component, it also has a really short shelf life. If I remember correctly, does it even say on here? It's like 6 months. 6 months. Victoria. Okay, so the thing with this is if I put it in my winter rotation, in my summer shade box, it's going to be expired by the time I get to use it again. So it's going to stick around as a mixing shade, maybe under my bronzer or something, so I can get my money's worth out of it. And I don't know if I'll be repurchasing that because it is just completely impractical. If I loved it and the shade could stretch longer like the 6 does for me, it would make sense. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's emollient. The coverage level is right for me. It's just everything about it is beautiful except the practicality of the price and the expiration date. So, shame on you, Victoria. Yeah. Westman Atelier. This is medium 4. This is also, you know, something very expensive, and I wish that I could give it more use during the months that I match this summer shade. It's very frustrating. So, I don't know. It's too deep. So maybe I'll try to mix it, or maybe it's just going to live with my summer shades. Not sure. Hourglass and Hourglass again. These are the retouch fluids. So it's like a thin, sort of more watery, translucent touch-up fluid for travel or when you're on the go, or I don't know, I could see this being really useful for like long hours of a flight attendant or someone in the medical field, or touching up, you know, during a theater performance or something like that. Yeah, for me, I just bought it for travel, especially in the summer and for different climates, and they work okay. You can see they're kind of sheer. This is natural, so that could stick around in my winter shades. See if I can get some more use out of it. This is the Summer Shade Sand. And that's that. I think that's gonna have to go in my summer bag. So that's the last of them, at least for my liquid concealers. I would have to do my pot and cream concealers separately. It's too many to do in a row, but hopefully you can see these colors. Like I said, most of them don't come close. I mean, here's the moral of the story. Nobody makes a concealer like Armani Luminous 6. Their olive shade is phenomenal, and there's really nothing that compares to it for me, except for one of the Salt New York Sneaky Bombs is very, very close. I think it's either, I want to say it's 9 or 10, is very similar. And I love that as well. It's just not here because it isn't a liquid concealer. But yeah, this one really is the GOAT for me. And I may need to get a new tube because this is getting a little long in the tooth. And I wish I had, I have a summer shade of Armani foundation, and maybe I should consider getting a summer concealer as well. So that's that, folks. I hope this is helpful, and love to all of you, my fellow olives, and everyone else who just loves a good shade swatching bonanza.